I am here with Juliana Cavaleri, our awesome nutritionist, who is helping Magdalene, John, and I become better, healthier versions of ourselves. It's great to have you back.
Thank you so much for having me.
And I see that today you have decided to reward me for all of my hard work. Look at this. This is like a feast. This is like I'm going to go crazy here. Everyone in the studio has been kind of like,
Eyeing it and you're like, I want some.
I know, you're wrecking everyone's healthy plan today. You realize that, right?
Well, not completely. Some things are pretty good.
Okay, so we're going to talk a little bit about nighttime eating. So a lot of people I know find it hard, you know, they go home, eat dinner, say 5:30, and then that stretch of time between then and going to bed, especially when they're had a stressful day.
Yes.
It's challenging.
Of course it is, especially, you know, when you've had a long day at work, you really want to make sure that you want to unwind, but in a healthier way. So you want to make the best food choices to help you, especially if you're trying to, you know, engage in weight management. You know, it's a good way to deal with stress, but sometimes we have those cravings, and those cravings can lead us to temptations. So that's why it's important to come up with good, better choices when we have those temptations. So
that's one of the things I like about you. You're realistic.
I am realistic, and I want to make everyone's approach sustainable. And I think that the more sustainable it is, the more likely you're going to keep this up for a long period of time.
Okay, so it's 8 o'clock at night and I'm starving and I've had a rough day and I feel like I deserve a reward. I worked out. What should I do? So
when it comes to, like, it depends on your craving. Some people are a salt or sweet kind of person. So I think it's important that if you want a brownie, for example, like I have showcased at the front, 2-bite brownies, or they're usually the temptation, you know, 2 bites you're done. And they're good, they're delicious, but, you know, calorically and with the fat content and stuff like that, they may not always be the wisest choice, right?
Yes.
I know they're a crowd pleaser, but sometimes if you're trying to engage in weight management, they may not be the best choice.
Right.
So what I would like to suggest is actually doing fiber one. Actually, I'm kind of impressed with some stuff, but you want to even choose a brownie or make your own brownies with more fiber in them.
Right.
And I
think
the
spinach brownies that you showed us previously.
Exactly, yeah.
Right.
Even using whole grain flours, quinoa flours and stuff like that. When you make your own brownies, or if you even buy a brownie that's already pre-done, you want to make sure that it's less fat, less sugar, and more fiber.
And this isn't all the time. This is just
this isn't an all the time.
So let's just quickly zip through this. So instead of cookies.
Yeah, so instead of Chips Ahoy cookie, you know what, they've done really well to drop their sugars and decrease their fats, so that's great. But sometimes, you know, if I've encouraged you and Maggie to have a lot of fiber-rich or protein-rich snacks, right?
Yes.
So if you're going to have a sweet craving, at least do more of a fiber-rich snack, so you can have your sweet and your fiber too, so it kind of makes a great balance. So those products, or if you want to make your own cookies that are high fiber, low fat, low sugar, that's a great option too.
Okay, and chips, if you have that salty thing, what do you suggest here? Something like crackers, or?
Yeah, like a cracker chip. There's even other companies out there that have more fiber in their, they have like a cracker chip with more fiber in them, etc. Or they're low calories, low fat, low sodium, and for those who have high blood pressure or high cholesterol, hyperlipidemia, which is high blood fat, you want to choose healthier options, right? But you still want to kind of have your temptation and your cravings. So I thought having something like this would be perfect. So instead of something that's more high in sodium, more fat, have something more lower in calories, low sodium, lower fat.
Okay, and granola bars have to be good. What's wrong with granola bars?
So granola bars, they are good, and I encourage a lot of snacks during the day because that keeps you feeling full. That helps you prevent nighttime eating. But sometimes people will choose a granola bar that is more sugar, more calories, but that's not the best choice, to be honest. So if you want to do that, I would suggest something more fiber, more protein, and something like the product I have here. It has more fiber, more protein, less sugar, less calories, and that helps you stay on track and successful with your weight management.
So you really have to read those labels, and we're running out of time, so last thing here.
Yeah, so we have Greek yogurt here. So Greek yogurt, very good. It's a protein type snack. You can also do that for your morning breakfast, but you want something more lower in sugar as opposed to a low sugar, low calories. So that would be a better choice in that regard, but they're both good, but I would suggest doing something like that. Right. And of course, my baby bells that I introduced last time too.
Yes,
they're
light
like
baby bell
protein
cheese.
Snack. Yep.
Yes.
So at night, you want to do a protein rich snack or almonds because they have no carbs in them. And for someone who's diabetic, that's perfect.
And we just wanted to hit today too at the end here, now that people have been doing this for a few months and following Project Fit, sometimes you kind of get stuck, you know, you lose that weight initially and then it stops. So what do you do at that point?
Well, there's a few things that you can do if you're hitting a plateau. There's a few reasons why that happens, but we can do to get that over that is in changing your exercise routine. So if you normally exercise, go for a walk for 30 minutes. Maybe now next time you have to go for 35 minutes. Maybe now you have to increase your intensity levels and do more of interval training. Maybe you're eating the same things over and over again. Maybe you need to eat different types of food options. That's another one. Maybe you need to sleep more. Maybe you need to even sleep more. Then maybe you have to introduce some meal replacements to help kickstart that metabolic rate again.
Right.
Your body is trying to protect itself. You've made so many changes that you're hitting a point where your body's trying to regain its balance, and that will make your body burn less calories. And therefore, if you're trying to reduce your calories, but you're now burning less calories, you hit a plateau. So that's why we have to change something in order to compensate in order to make a change, actually.
And that's what I think I've learned on this journey is you have to kind of see how things are going and listen to your body and think about, what might I be doing that could be sabotaging myself, or what are the tweaks that I could do that just help? Like, so one thing I did on my online fitness pal, which is how I track my calories.
Yes.
I realized the days that I was working out, it gave me like an extra 400 calories. So my workout days were like, oh, I could eat a little more that day. I stopped doing that, and then I found that I was seeing the difference again.
Yes. So you that's the caloric deficit, right? So although you're exercising, you're burning more calories. Sometimes it's you want to create that deficit, not eat that deficit, right?
Yeah,
so that's why it's important not to eat what you burn and keep it in order to engage in successful weight management, right? So doing things like that, what you've done, like I think you were doing more bike riding and stuff like that. That's an extra thing that you're doing, which is going to help you even better.
Yeah, it seems like that constant tweaking. Well, thank you so much. We have so much information to share, and we only have so much time, but all of this is at crossroads360.com. We have this blog about how you can overcome nighttime eating. We have a blog about hitting plateaus, and we have a blog about eating out. So lots of information there for you. You need to go check it out. The most important thing about this journey is not to give up, just to keep going. And if you don't get overwhelmed and think that you've been a big failure, you're really big about this, and just keep going, you're going to see success. We hope that you're on this journey with us and you're seeing really good results. Thank you for joining us.